Hello, hello. Wednesday means we're talking about the mess that is pop culture. And this week it's been a lot, to say the least. But first, we're doing timeline cleanse.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Nuha, and honestly, Diva, I don't even know where to start because everything is so chaotic right now,
Real.
including the things we saw online that made us irrationally upset. Like, I have not been this visibly upset in so long. It's crazy.
No, no, okay. I'm Diva, guys, as we know, and we're literally jumping from our own emotional breakdowns over
Mm.
random internet content. Right, okay. So I don't know, Sabrina Carpenter's controversial album cover to the tradwife phenomenon that's taking over social media right now, which is it's such a weird sentence to talk about, but here we are, I suppose.
Right? So, timeline cleanse is where we each bring something we saw online this week that triggered us for absolutely no logical reason or a bit of a reason. And
Mhm.
then we spiral about why it triggered us and just talk about it with you guys.
Yeah, so I obviously brought the pictures, right? The album
Hmm.
pictures, that made me question not, I wouldn't say my personality, but just life. Like what the hell is currently happening on social media? And well, Nuha brought something that made her emotionally unstable as usual.
That is so rude. That is, oh, okay. 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 But, bro, yeah, no, okay. I'm not gonna say that. But your thing is probably worse.
Hmm.
But yeah, we're gonna unpack why random internet content sends us into like a full cultural commentary mode because what the fuck did we just see?
Yeah, no, we're deep diving into two things that are making me lose sleep, right? Which I mentioned before. Sabrina Carpenter's album cover that has everyone losing their minds,
Hmm.
and this whole trad wife aesthetic that's somehow become aspirational, I suppose, that people actually want to follow, which is
Exactly.
setting us back.
Oh my God. Like my best friend's cover, which is Sabrina Carpenter's new album, the
And
discourse around this has been so unhinged, and it's just yeah, it's too
yeah.
much.
Like, for the people who haven't seen it, right? So it's basically her kneeling while a man tugs her hair, which I don't know, it's supposed to be like dog imagery, I suppose. And
Mm,
people either say it's I don't know, misogynistic or it's intentional commentary. I get the idea of all publicity is good publicity, but come on, you know?
yeah, I'm like the way that people were fighting about whether it was empowering or degrading, absolutely sending me. Like, can we just acknowledge that the visuals are a bit of a choice?
Hmm. Like, we don't need to excuse everything or justify everything. I think it's setting feminism backwards,
Mm,
honestly.
mm,
Like, we fought
I
so
completely
hard
agree.
for women to not be depicted as literal subservient animals, and now we're calling it art? Makes
Right? Like the fact that people are trying to intellectualize what looks like a very, very obvious power dynamic is just concerning to me. Just
sense.
because a woman chooses to do something that doesn't automatically make it a feminist, you know? Because BDSM is a thing. Like you like women choose to be submissive to a dominant, but
Yeah.
I know BDSM, there's like contracts for that. So we're not like coming for people who choose to be submissive because it's your choice and it's your sex life. So yeah.
By your business. But I feel like she is someone that's so powerful as a media figure. And
Mm,
I don't know, it's giving the same energy as this whole trad wife trend that's been romanticizing submission and calling it aspirational, I suppose.
don't even get me started on the tradwife thing. Like the way the soft colors and the puff sleeves, and somehow we're supposed to make like domestic servants like look cute. Like, oh, like
What?
no, like it's annoying. It's
It's
genuinely
gross.
disturbing to me.
Yeah, no, because we're literally watching capitalism rebrand, I don't know, like patriarchy in real time. Like, first, it was like the whole sexy girl boss thing, But now it's
Mm,
soft trad wife, like milkmaid, like the patriarchy. It profits no matter what like aesthetic they're selling to us.
exactly. And the infatualization is just very obvious. The styling, the fragility, the way these women are presented as emotionally smaller and dependent. It's literally treating grown women like children and taking back years and years of what feminists tried to like fight for.
Yeah, it's undoing everything. Like both the cover and the aesthetic, they're using the same playbook, I suppose.
Mm,
It's taking something regressive, making it look pretty, and trying to convince women that like choosing it will make them feel empowered. But it's the absolute opposite.
exactly. The choice feminism, sorry, fallacy is doing too much damage. Like when your choice is shaped by patriarchal norms and reinforces harmful stereotypes, we need to start questioning whether it's actually empowering or we're just performing, throwing
Yeah,
a performance.
like I feel like we're using a lot of big words today, but I feel like there's no other way to put it. Like
Hmm.
in a full feminist standpoint, women are educated, women will use big words. Get used to it, the fuck. But okay, like I don't know, like the timing with everything going on in pop culture is just like it's
Perfect.
yeah, there's so much going on. Like we're really living in like the era of controversial imagery that makes us
Hmm.
when brands figure out ways to monetize our confusion.
So yeah, basically, and we're covering everything from pop star controversy to romanticizing of submission,
Hmm.
and which is honestly very peak 2025 energy.
It's gross, but like the cultural whiplash is real. But that's where we at right now. So
Yeah,
let's talk about it.
unfortunately, that's where we at. So let's start with why a single album cover has everyone questioning the state of feminism, and then we'll get into how the tradwife aesthetic is somehow trending while we're supposed to be moving forward. So when I first saw the cover,
I was like, ew.
it was a little, sorry, the album cover, it was kind of weird. And I know that a lot of people aren't gonna like this, but we genuinely need to have this conversation.
Hmm.
So her Sabrina Carpenter's new album, For Man's Best Friend, is, as Diva said, she's on her all fours, a faceless man is tucking her hair. It's
Yeah,
not empowering, it's
I'm
not edgy.
pulling it up right now. It's gross.
Yeah, it's not empowering, not edgy. It's not a feminist, honestly, because feminists will never see it that way.
Mhm.
It's degrading. And honestly, it is disappointing to see being sold at us for like a big statement, honestly.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, guys. Like real feminism and real feminists have fought for generations to separate a woman's worth from how she pleases, entertains, or submits to men, you know? And yet we're here in 2025 with a cover that literally plays into domination, control, and the fantasy of women being owned, sorry. Like I get it. Some people are saying it is satire, like, or it's camp, or it's reclaiming power by being in on the joke. But guys, let's be real. Come on, like sit down, let's be real. Being on your knees with a man pulling your hair isn't breaking the mold, it's reinforcing it. The image has been used for decades to
Hmm.
sell women as submissive, decorative, and disposable. Just because you're smiling this time doesn't make it liberation, honestly.
Mhm.
And it feels like a slap in the face to everything that feminists like Bell Hooks, Lorde, Angela Davis, and Gloria, I'm gonna butcher her last name, Steinem? I don't know what if I'm saying it wrong.
Okay, psychology.
But
Yeah.
how all those ladies fought for. Like these women, powerful women, have challenged deeply rooted systems that women, especially women of color, queer women, and poor women, were only valuable when they were obedient, silent, and pleasing to men. You know? Like Bell Hooks, literally, this is her quote. She said, feminism is a movement to end sexism, sexist exploitation, and oppression. So why are we all glamorizing the aesthetic of oppression and calling it empowerment? It's not. Like, it is. Mm, I can get really deep into this, but what this album really is a package patriarchy in a bow and calling it in a pink bow, sorry, calling it art. It's telling young girls, because I know Sabrina Carpenter has a very large young girl listeners. She has, oh, I know, is it young girls or is it around our age? I
Well, I
think it's
feel like
mostly young girls.
yeah.
Yeah, and those young girls, they're like, especially kids below the age of 16, they're like sponges. They will say what they see, you know? And they're like watching and listening, and they're like, oh, they'll think, oh, submission is sexy, like that being owned is desirable. And then being degraded is showing somehow empowering as long as you're the one who posted the photo.
Mm-hmm.
Newsflash, it is not. It is not. It's just
No,
showing
I
it's
want to add onto that actually. Like, there is this argument of like choice, right? Like, she
mm,
agreed to do this shoot, right? But just because she or a woman chooses to do something doesn't make it automatically empowering. Like, I feel like that's the trap of like what people call, I don't know, choice feminism, right? So it's like
mm,
the idea that anything a woman does is feminist if she chooses it. But like, I feel like we need to look at the bigger picture, you know? If it
exactly.
leads into harmful gender roles or like objectifies women, then you can still question it. Like you have a right to. Like, you know,
Exactly.
the way she's posing, right? So it's like because she
Wait, one thing I wanna
mm,
like say before you get into that, like we're not here to shame Sabrina
we are
because
not.
we don't know if she was forced to do this. We don't know if she actually wanted to do this. We don't know that, right? Because
If I'm
I
not wrong,
think she
she
yeah,
did
because I
do it.
loved her. Like I think she's talented and I know she probably thought that she was making a bold statement, but the reality is when your bold statement looks like the same old like objectification, like what's that word? It starts with
Objectification.
yes. Sorry, my like I can't think straight.
You
But
can't English today.
I can't English today. It's not rebellion. It's like you're repeating what's happening.
Yeah,
What
like
happened a long time ago.
no, you know, her whole brand, right? Like I'm speaking about her because this is about her, but like it's nothing, I'm not attacking her. But her whole brand is her being tiny and short and cute. I'm 5'3", Nuha's 5'4". Like we're not objectively tall people, but our brand isn't based on being short and cute and haha funny and whatever. But it's literally the way she's like posing in it. It's like playful and kind of childlike, I suppose. It fits into this like trend of like infantilizing young women in pop music, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like female artists, like
Melanie
Melanie
Martinez has also
Martinez.
did. Yeah,
Yeah.
Melanie Martinez also has done this before.
Yes.
And
Like
she I remember her being canceled for it. A lot of people have like spoke
her,
up
her,
about it.
her baby bottle
Yeah.
perfume, no?
I think so. I don't really follow her because
Yeah.
I found some of her music videos and like her concerts a bit disturbing. And her music was not bad. It's just the imagery behind the music. And if you go into like a deeper meaning, it's like sexualizing little kids. From what I've like
Yeah, like
scene, you
no,
know?
no, it literally is because it's like it blurs the line between like femininity, I suppose, and like
Mm,
helplessness. It makes powerlessness look cute. And like the whole damsel in distress, you know? And I don't think that's something we should normalize. Like it all of this together feels like a step backwards because feminism, the idea of it is to change, been fighting to change how women are seen in media, but not like
right.
not just as objects, like pretty objects, but like actual full complex people. But then when all these big artists use imagery like this that compares
Mm,
women to animals, because that's literally what this is, or like shows them being dominated by a man, like her getting her hair dry. It chips away at that progress, and it sends mixed messages to like young fans who are still figuring out what empowerment looks like. Because
exactly.
because I know her, she's got very like catchy pop music y, like it's not something I listen to, but I know they have a lot of young fans. A lot of their fan base is under the age of like 18, you know? And it's sending such a wrong idea of it. It-
Exactly. And guys, in case you did miss it, she did swap out the album cover for like a
yeah,
more God approved. Like she has like a toned down version, which
I was
honestly
like,
just proves
okay,
that
then again,
she knew she pushed
yeah.
it too far and she did not want to get canceled. And I honestly I get it. Like in this industry, pushing boundaries sells, but like it was
You know,
this woman is just too much.
I
It
want to
wasn't groundbreaking.
that
Sorry.
I want to add that what's more frustrating about this wasn't just her posting something like random on like it's like haha shits and gigs. It's like this image, right, would have gone through layers of approval, right? So her management, her PR team, I don't know, creative directors, their label, whatever, they all saw this. They signed off on it. So it means like a whole team of adults, right, looked at a young woman on her knees being pulled by her hair like a dog, really, and said, yep, this is the image we want to sell. Like, I think it raises serious questions about the industry's priorities. Like, are they really thinking about the message being like how it's being sent? Or are they just chasing, I don't know, shock value? Or just like, clicks and just like media buzz. Like,
Mm,
when the people in charge now, when they choose virality, like just being viral over responsibility, it's not just like bad optics, it's just failure of care, you know?
exactly. And I think they're forgetting that this isn't the 2000s, you know? We're past the
Mhm.
era where being degraded is glamorous. And like artists, especially ones with massive platforms and young fans, they need to think better, be smarter, and their team needs to hold them accountable before it blows up into backlash. That's what PR teams are for. They because obviously if you're in PR, you don't want the person you're representing to be canceled because at the end of the day, money, you know? You're gonna lose money for that. And Sabrina she is fucking talented. Her music is catchy,
Mhm.
but her image does matter. Like when you release an
She's
album
got
called
one of the
Man's
biggest
Best
fan
Friend,
bases right now.
yeah, and like when you like publish an album called Man's Best Friend and post like you're literally being owned, you don't get to act shocked when people call you out and then quietly change the cover without
Mhm.
addressing the deeper issue. It just screams damage control, not
Yeah,
growth. Like they didn't I don't think they addressed it. Did they? I'm
no,
not really in like
I
when you
think
sent me it,
she
I was like, oh my gosh.
I think she said something. I'm not really sure. I'm not gonna like quote on it, but it was kind of like, like it's not that deep kind of thing, you know. But it's
Mm,
not just Sabrina's team that's like dropping the ball right now. I think this kind of imagery, is everywhere lately. Like,
it
have you
is.
seen that whole tradwife aesthetic taking over like TikTok and Insta, right? So it's all
Yes.
frilly aprons, like soft lighting, baking sourdough, and calling your husband sir like we're in the 1950s, you know? Like, I don't know. At first glance, it looks harmless, you know? It's like kind of pretty, like Nara Smith. Well, no, I know that she's not really, but I know there's like
No,
ballerina
I
farm.
wouldn't say Nara Smith is a tradwife
No,
because she loves to cook, and
she doesn't.
there, and I do think that Lucky does respect her because I
Yeah,
think she does talk back. I've seen
but
a video of her talking
have
back
you
to Lucky.
seen Ballerina Farm? Like
Yes.
it's like this vintage filter with like this weird romanticizing of like submission, you know? Like it's pushing the idea of like being obedient or I don't know, dependent and domestic is like the ultimate female dream when it's really not. Like okay, if someone
It's really
chooses
not.
that life, that's their call, you know, that's their choice. But
They're choosing that life. If they
yeah,
want that life, it's good. Oh, by
yeah,
the way, tradwife, for people who don't know, tradwife just means traditional wife. Because if
yeah.
people don't know, here you go.
Like 1950s, you come home, she's cooking, cleaning, doing the dishes, taking care of the kids, like all of that. But like,
And if you choose to do this, go ahead. We're
yes,
not.
you but it's not empowering because just because it's like a choice, when the only choices women have are shown to be built on like patriarchal ideas, are they really choices at all?
Mm.
You
Oh,
know?
that's
Yeah, no,
good. Okay.
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like what makes it worse is that like a lot of this styling kind of feeds into that same infantilization thing, like
Yeah, because
puppy,
now,
baby pink, soft voices, you know. Hi
and
guys.
if you look at TikTok right now, if you go on TikTok and you're scrolling around, it's either TikTok, like on the For You page, people romanticizing submission or people like talking about it and being like,
Yeah.
hey, so this is not okay. This is not okay. And even brands like PLT, Pretty Little Things,
Yeah,
is shifting from their sexy Y2K club fits into modest tradwife core aesthetic, which like PLT is known for like club outfits, like
that's true.
empowering, like they were known for it for like a very, very long time. So once they did the rebrand, everyone was kind of taken aback.
Pissed.
Me as
I
well.
was pissed.
Yeah, a lot of people were very pissed, and I know a lot of people were talking about it because okay, modest fits, they're beautiful modest fits. Because I remember Diva, she like texted me, right?
Mhm.
I was I was in my lecture, I was getting a bunch of calls, and then I was like, I can't pick up. Turn into text, and it was like, she was like, Nuha, you can't believe what I saw. So like, do you want to like tell them?
Yeah. So I was at like I was at the mall, right? And I'm like looking for clothes because I'm like, right, I want something cute to wear. I'm going on holiday. And in general, I want a cute outfit, right? And I'm anyways not like a very skinny girl, so sometimes for me it's like finding cute, sexy clothes is hard. But what makes it even harder is all these brands um changing their whole aesthetic to like fit trap like I don't want to wear a milkmaid outfit. I don't want to look like I've got 20 children baking bread and getting eggs from my chickens on my farm. Like, you know, if that's your life, I respect it. But
Yeah,
some
like
I just
modest outfits. Sorry,
sex.
but like, sorry, Diva, but I want
Mhm.
to mention one thing. Like modest outfits, like I like to dress more modest. Like it's not a problem. It's not its own problem. In fact, it can be very powerful,
Mm,
cultural and personal, even
yeah,
very deeply spiritual. And people who dress modestly and like they dress modestly for all the kinds of reasons, especially like religion, comfort, identity, confidence, and that's completely valid. Like the
yeah,
issue starts where like fashion gets co-opted into this like soft girl
yeah. No,
trad vibe.
I
That's what
want,
like
I wanna add a few like I want to name drop, right? I don't know if that's gonna get us in trouble. I don't think it is. But like PLT is obviously an example that Nuha gave. But even like one like H&M had a very big rebrand. Zara, even
mm,
Skims to an extent with their new like dresses and stuff. But like H&M used to be like Forever 21. Like I used to find hot Cheeto inspired t-shirts there. And now it's very much work aesthetic, cute, like basics, very aesthetic clothes. Like it's pushing like
The way you said that.
it's leaning into this, like, I don't know, softer, more feminine energy. Like it's pushing cottagecore just as an wifey, you know,
Mm,
aesthetic neutrality. I feel like they've realized that there's more money in like packaging submission as a luxury, like old money aesthetic. And like it's not even the values, That's like the scary part. They don't care
mm.
what you identify as. If you identify as like a boss babe or like a trad wife or whatever, as long as you're shopping. Shopping is everything, making them money. I feel like this proves how the system like profits off of both sides, like hyper
Exactly.
independence,
Exactly.
hyper dependence. Like one season it's empowered, next is obedience. And either way, someone's making money off women performing whichever version sells best. So essentially,
Exactly. And
their money making tactic.
exactly. And one thing that pisses me off, because there's a lot of women who don't want to have kids or have been traumatized into not wanting kids. And totally, totally valid. Because not kids are not for everyone. And also kids are very expensive and people are understanding that right now. But a lot of influencers or like people who are traditional wives, they keep pushing and pushing. And the issue is they don't know when to stop. They
Mm-hmm.
don't know when to stop. And I've seen many influencers who are like, yeah, you're supposed to like call mentors. Like we're supposed to um obey them. Babes, it's your life. If you want to do it, do it. But don't start telling other people to do it. Like because people don't want to be a trad wife. A lot of women want to work. A lot of people need to work. A lot of people who might be in abusive relationships, right? Because trad wives, they kind of, I don't know if it's going to be controversial, but they kind of normalize abuse. Have you seen this, Tifa?
Yes.
Because whenever I watch tradwife videos when they show up to on my For You page, they kind of normalize abuse. And when people like point out like, hey,
My husband
that's
screams at me. I don't
abuse.
want to trigger
That's
him.
like not okay. They're like, no, 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 no. But like in like in here, like we have to like in my culture, no, babe, it's not culture. And people bring religion. Religion is not culture.
Mm-hmm.
Religion is not culture. It's two different things. Because a lot of people bring religion into culture in many religions,
Yeah.
right?
No.
And it's taught to like respect women.
No,
And
I want to add that this trad wife aesthetic, it's weirdly being fed into younger girls online. Like the
exactly,
algorithm,
exactly.
it doesn't care if you're 14. It's still going to show you like influences like glamorizing submission, homemaking, divine femininity. Like it's like the ultimate goal.
No,
Like
can
it's
we talk
not,
about that? Because I've
no.
realized because my sister has TikTok. I have TikTok, and my mom uses TikTok as well. On her TikTok, it's whatever she watches. She watches some weird stuff. But on my sister and I's phone, mostly my sister, she's getting a lot of trad wife videos, and she's like, "Nuha, are women supposed to act like this to their men?" And I'm like, "No,
No.
no." I sat her down. I made my mom sit with us, and my mom and I explained to her. And even my dad got into this. He was like, "If a man is treating you like this, get out." Because my dad is very protective over the both of us, and he tells us to stand up. He literally told Saf and I to stand up and never bow down to a man. So I'm grateful for that. Like I had like guardian figures that tell us not to stand down from people, because if a person in your life is telling you to act a certain way, it's not a good relationship. You should be
Yeah.
yourself.
I mean, just to really wrap it up, right? So whether it's Sabrina's team approving submissive imagery for clout or brands like PLT, I don't know, selling obedience wrapped in lace, the message is the same, right? Make it pretty, make it palatable, and no one will question the power structures underneath, right? But I
Exactly.
feel like we should, because the change comes from us. Because if we keep
Exactly.
calling submission empowerment just because it's aesthetic. We're not really reclaiming anything as women. We're being sold back to the same cage in softer colors. Like, real feminism isn't about making oppression look good. It's about
Being
breaking that
equals.
sin entirely.
And also like being equal to one another. That's basically what
That's
feminism is about,
feminism.
being equal. And literally, guys, like if you want to dress modest, it's you. If you want to be a tradwife, it's you. Like whoever you want to be, we're not calling you out because people
Don't
have their
show
own
it
lives.
to people.
Because I know there are trad wives who don't push it. And I know there's traditional wives who don't push their agenda and actually have such a loving relationship. There's
Yeah,
just
they
some
want
of
to
them.
take care of the family and the whatever. But
Exactly.
even
They're choosing to, because I
yeah,
know there are some
have
women who don't choose.
a level of freedom and empowerment. As long as it's
Exactly.
by choice, you choose your own life. It's one life, you do what's best for you, what works for you.
Exactly. Because wear whatever makes you feel good. Cover up if you wanna, act the way you wanna, show skin if you wanna, but never forget your worth isn't measured by inches of fabric or what the world tells you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The word like it's not. But yeah, let's wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I'm so grateful that you listened to our little rants.
Yeah,
And
I think
yeah.
we needed it.
Sorry?
I think we needed the
We
rant.
need both Diva and I just needed to rant today. We are both really pissed today.
Mhm.
But please join us next time. And I know you'll miss us. You'll miss us until then, and I know you'll miss us.
Yeah, so that's good because we love to leave you wanting more. Thank you guys so
Bye.
much. Bye bye.
Bye.